La 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 la. Hiya, it's Murdo here. Well, the sky here in Scotland is getting quite cloudy with thunderstorms a couple of nights back. I'm scared of thunder. When I was a kid, I used to stand at the window and watch the thunder and lightning. But now that I've got older, I actually hide underneath the stairs and underneath the bed. So Skittles is outside and he's been sleeping because I was out early this morning with him for a walk at 6:30. You coming in, Skittles? You coming in? Coming in? Come on. And he comes. There he goes. Right, I'm going to do a review for you. Do you fancy this? It's a review. Do you know what it is? Put this light on. It's one of these. Do you see the box? It's called the Slush Bar Cocktail Slush Machine. The Slush Bar. Cocktail syrups also available. When you buy this, you don't get cocktail syrups with it, so you need to buy them separate. And for a box of them, for a box of 2 syrups from B&M stores. B&M stores is a big store. They cost £8 for 2 syrups. And the syrups I got was lemon and lime, which I finished. And the other one is cola. £8 for 2 small bottles. But I've discovered that you can use things like Vimto, which is diluting Vimto is quite good for making them. So this is the machine, the Slush Bar it's called, and if I turn around that way, I'll show you what it is. It's got a jug on it. See the jug? Well, on the jug it's got a spinner, plastic spinner that fits in the middle of it. And that slides in there, and then you turn it to the left hand side. The only thing about this machine is you've got to be really gentle with it because the plastic materials are pretty crap, rubbish. That's the lid on the top. So you take the lid off, there's a thing inside, I don't know if you can see that, and you unscrew that bit. That bit is like a bucket, but it also has 2 blades on the bottom which are very sharp, so you've got to watch your fingers. So what you do is you put that in the top, then you lock it with that click thing. There's a little plastic thing in the middle. You turn it anti-clockwise, that locks it. And then what you do is you fill it up with ice. Now I didn't have any ice when I bought that machine. So I says to David, can I use it? He says, oh well, I'll go down to the shops. Got a Premier store. Premier stores all across the UK. And they sell a lot of foods. They're quite dear, but you sometimes get a bargain. David come back and he went, got ice. So he got us like 2 big bags of ice. This was a couple of weeks ago. These were £2. I checked the company out when I bought this, and the company are called The Ice Company, and they're based in England, and they're the biggest, well, one of the biggest companies that do ice for like pubs and for, well, just for people who need ice. £2 for a big bag though, big bag, 2.27 kg. They say that the company's been there since 1860. I've checked them out, and they seem okay. So I'll show you how this machine works. You need ice, so you get ice out the bag, ice. Put it into your bucket, the top of your bucket on your machine, like so. Hands are slippy here, I better watch. I'll put some more in. The only thing is you've got to make sure that your ice cubes are all sort of like separated. They say on the bag if your ice cubes aren't separate, just drop the bag on the floor and they should separate. But you need them separated for this machine. So what you do is, I can put that down a bit, it's a wee bit awkward there. Put that down like that. You fill it up with ice cubes, okay? You put your plastic lid on. Now on your plastic lid, you've got a small part that fits on the front. See the wee small bitty? I don't know if you can see that. And on the back there's a bigger bit. The bigger bit has off and on. So what you do is you put it off and on to the back if it goes on. It's quite a bit awkward. You get your jug. Put this down just now. You get your jug. You get your syrups. This one's a mixed one that I've made up. I've made it with cola syrup cola, the slush puppy cola, and I've also added Vimto into it. You get a little bit, put it in your jug, like so, just a little bit because it's strong. You don't add water because your ice cubes are the water. Get your jug again, really cheap plastic. And this is meant to be made, this machine's meant to be made for like parties, you know, like if you're drinking. It's exactly the same. The only difference with the slush puppy machine and the slush bar is the transfer. It's just a different transfer. On the slush puppy machines, you've got the, see the wee doggy on the machine. On that one, you've got just a different transfer. It's exactly the same. Now you've got a switch on the front, and it says coarse or it says fine. So it's one way or the other. So I'll put it to coarse. Put your jug under, close it, and then what you do is to put it on, you just turn your lid. Now you've got to be careful with the lid because the plastic's really thin. This is going to be noisy. This is going to be noisy here, so turn down your volume. I don't want you shouting back at us or complaining. That video you done was noisy, and I had headphones on, or my speakers on my mobile phone, or perforated or whatever. So here we go, the volume's going to be loud. So what you do is you turn it on. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Pretty cool, eh? Turn it off a minute. It's pretty cool. So what happens is when you turn it on, the thing must spin around and the ice crushes on the top and it falls into the jug in the bottom in whatever size you want. So I'll put it on again one more time. Always put that bit to the back of your machine, you're off and on. Here we go, it's a bit noisy again. I think that's it, to be honest. I think that's it. Yeah, that's all the ice gone. So what you do is you take your jug out, turn your jug. There's a little slide bit on the bottom where it comes out. So I just made a little bit. It's just to show you, just in case you fancy the slush puppy machine. It's handy if you're drinking cocktails or that. What I did here is the syrups, you get them in soft flavours. You get them in like cola and lemon. And I think you get blueberry and you get strawberry. And I think there's a few other ones you get. But what I also heard is B&M's have started to do cocktail flavours, like pina colada, sloe gins. You know, all like your cocktails that you have, alcohol cocktails. But it's the flavours. The syrups didn't contain alcohol. What you do is you add your own alcohol, like your vodkas or your gins or whatever spirit you like, Bacardi. And then you use your peanut colada flavour syrups or whatever cocktail flavour syrups you get from Slush Puppy. So there you go. That was something that I just found out about, the do cocktail flavours. But this is just Vimto and Slush Puppy Cola that I've used with ice. So there it goes. There it goes. Yeah, I just made a wee bit. So that's your Slush Puppy for when you were a bairn or a kid and used to buy them for the shops. Cool, very nice. So yeah, as I say, Slush Puppy bar machine. Cheap, nasty plastic, so you'd have to be careful with it. Cost is, I think it was £36 from B&M stores, the big store B&M's. Probably get them from other places. I know that as today, I think it's today, I'm going to tell you, I had a Riddle magazine. I don't know what I've done with it. I had a Riddle, you know, the German store Riddle magazine. I don't know what I've done with it, but I know that they've got them in. I think they've got them in. It's either today or it's next week. They've got machines. It's exactly the same as that one. Exactly the same as that one, but they're made by their own company, Silvercrest. They've got them in Riddles, and I think they're about £30 or something. And they're exactly the same. They just didn't have the Slush Puppy logo on it. It's probably the same company that makes them. So there you go. Riddle have got them in just now. and it's out of the sun. Right, I'll get going. That's my wee slush puppy machine. The slush bar. Just like a slush puppy machine, as I keep saying, Murdo. Right, I'll get going. Have my slush puppy. Yeah, it's a slush puppy machine. Right, bye. Take care. See you soon. Love yous.